My beloved child, I want you to listen carefully today. There is a conversation happening right now, a sacred dialogue that you cannot hear with your ears, but your heart feels. Someone, yes, someone in your life, is talking to God about you. They are speaking on your behalf, asking for guidance, protection, and blessings over your life. And more than that, they have made a promise. A promise that carries weight, a promise that will touch your soul, a promise that could change the course of your destiny. You may wonder who this person is. Maybe it's someone you know deeply, or perhaps someone whose name you might not even recognize as significant yet. It could be a family member, a friend, or even someone who has quietly admired your courage from afar. What matters is not their identity, but the sincerity in their heart. They are not making this promise lightly. They are standing in the presence of God, speaking words that cannot be taken back, and committing to a pledge that is greater than any human agreement. This promise is not just about material blessings, though those may come. It is about protection. It is about intervention in times when you feel helpless. It is about divine support in moments when your own strength seems to falter. My beloved child, there are people who will talk about you behind your back, who may underestimate you, or even wish to see you fail. But this promise acts like a shield, an invisible armor woven with faith, determination, and love. You may feel alone at times, as though the world has forgotten you or that your struggles are too heavy for anyone else to notice. But listen carefully, there are forces in the spiritual realm listening to these prayers. There are words being whispered on your behalf that carry power. There are eyes watching over you that you cannot see. And every promise made in honesty and faith adds a layer of protection around your path. Do not underestimate the power of prayer made by someone who genuinely cares. Even when they stumble or doubt, the promise they have made to God is not empty. It is a divine contract that intertwines your journey with hope, with guidance, and with moments of unexpected grace. You will notice doors opening at the right time, coincidences that feel too perfect to be random, and people entering your life who bring clarity, support, and understanding. These are not accidents, they are manifestations of that promise. You might ask, why me? Why would someone make such a promise about my life? My beloved child, your soul carries a light that others see, even if you sometimes cannot see it yourself. Your struggles, your triumphs, your kindness, and your resilience. All of these create ripples in the spiritual waters. People are inspired by your journey, even when they remain silent. Some of these individuals, touched by your presence, feel compelled to lift you before God and make a vow to protect, guide, and support you in ways you cannot yet imagine. It is important to understand, my beloved child, that this promise does not remove your responsibility. It does not erase the challenges that life will place before you. But it does provide a framework of unseen assistance. Think of it as a lighthouse in the darkest storm, a signal that even in the midst of turbulence, you are being watched over, guided, and shielded. There is a subtle yet undeniable power moving around you, orchestrated by someone's heartfelt words spoken to God. You may experience moments when doubt tries to creep in, whispering that no one cares, that no one understands, that you are entirely alone. Resist those thoughts. The promise spoken in God's presence is not influenced by human weakness or mistakes. It is anchored in divine oversight. Every obstacle you overcome, every step forward you take, is intertwined with that promise. It is as if someone has lit a candle in a sacred place, and its flame follows you wherever you go, illuminating paths that once seemed hidden. Remember this truth: intentions matter more than actions sometimes. Even if the person making this promise cannot act in the physical world to help you, their spiritual advocacy carries weight. My beloved child, God listens to every word, every prayer, every promise. And when a promise is made for your protection, your growth, or your success, it sets forces in motion that the human mind cannot fully comprehend. There will be moments when you feel invisible, moments when your efforts seem unnoticed, and moments when despair feels overwhelming. These moments are not signs that the promise has failed, they are opportunities for it to manifest in ways that surpass your expectations. The universe has a timing that is perfect, even if your heart struggles to understand it. That promise is like a seed planted in fertile soil, waiting for the right moment to sprout into blessings you cannot yet see. You must open your heart to receive these blessings, my beloved child. Faith is not merely about waiting. It is about trusting, even when the evidence seems absent. Trust that someone has spoken on your behalf, trust that God has heard, and trust that your life is being guided toward a path that aligns with your highest good. There is a profound comfort in knowing that even when people disappoint you, even when circumstances feel harsh, the unseen world is full of allies working quietly in your favor. It is also essential to recognize the humility in this promise. The person speaking to God does not demand recognition. They do not seek reward. They are acting out of pure concern for you, out of a desire to see you flourish, to see you overcome obstacles, and to witness your spirit shine. Their devotion is silent but powerful, gentle but unwavering. My beloved child, you are surrounded by love that may not always be visible, yet it is undeniably present. Sometimes, this promise may manifest as inner strength rising within you when you feel you cannot move forward. Sometimes it will show as timely advice, a mentor, or an opportunity appearing seemingly out of nowhere. Other times, it may act as a gentle nudge to guide you away from danger, harm, or situations that could delay your growth. The manifestations are varied, but the essence is consistent: protection, guidance, and love. Do not take this lightly, my beloved child. The fact that someone is advocating for you in the highest realms of existence is a reminder of your value, your purpose, and your potential. You are not just a passerby in this world, you are a soul with a mission, and forces greater than yourself are actively working to ensure you fulfill it. The promise made on your behalf is a testament to that truth. You may also feel an unusual peace during moments of uncertainty. That peace is the whisper of the promise taking root in your life. It may feel subtle at first, almost like a gentle warmth in your chest or a quiet reassurance in your mind. Pay attention to these signals, my beloved child, because they are divine confirmations that the promise is alive, working tirelessly for your benefit. In the coming days, weeks, and months, you will notice subtle shifts. Situations that once seemed impossible will begin to resolve. People who were distant may return into your life with intentions aligned to your growth. Doors that were closed may slowly open, revealing opportunities you had long hoped for. All of this is connected to that sacred promise, the one spoken by someone who believed in you enough to approach God on your behalf. Never forget the power of these unseen acts. While human eyes may not witness the prayers, while human ears may not hear the words, the spiritual world operates differently. It recognizes sincerity, it responds to faith, and it honors promises made with pure intent. My beloved child, you are the beneficiary of such a promise, and it is working in ways that will surprise and uplift you. As you move forward, carry this knowledge as a shield. Carry it as hope, as assurance, and as a source of courage. When you feel doubt creeping in, remind yourself that someone has spoken to God for you. When fear surrounds you, remember that a promise has been made to guide and protect you. And when your heart longs for affirmation, know that this promise is the strongest affirmation of all. It is a divine guarantee that you are not alone. The person who made this promise has acted selflessly, understanding that life is fragile, that the heart is vulnerable, and that guidance from a higher source is essential for fulfillment and protection. They did not act out of obligation or expectation, they acted out of love, faith, and the recognition of your inherent worth. My beloved child, this is a rare and precious gift, one that few receive in a lifetime, and it is meant for you. So, in moments of despair, when you feel unseen or unheard, speak to God yourself and thank Him for the promise that has been made. Acknowledge the unseen presence advocating for you, and align your heart with gratitude and faith. Every prayer, every act of trust, strengthens the bond between your life and that promise. Remember, my beloved child, life may not always be smooth, and challenges will appear. But these challenges are opportunities for the promise to manifest, for the unseen forces to show their power, and for your spirit to rise stronger than ever. Embrace the knowledge that someone has made a promise about you, a promise of guidance, protection, and hope, and let it fuel your courage, your faith, and your resolve. My beloved child, now, as you continue on your journey, it is crucial to understand that promises spoken in the divine realm do not expire. They are timeless, unwavering, and resilient, just like the love that inspired them. The person who made this promise did so with deep conviction, knowing that life is unpredictable and full of challenges. But within that unpredictability lies the magic of divine intervention. There are moments ahead when you will feel tested, when circumstances may seem overwhelming, and yet, in those moments, the essence of the promise will shine brightest. Do not underestimate the subtle ways in which this promise will work in your life. Sometimes, it will appear as a small whisper of intuition guiding you to make the right choice. Other times, it will manifest as a sudden encounter, a person entering your life who offers exactly what you need. These are not coincidences, my beloved child. They are carefully orchestrated alignments, the result of someone speaking to God on your behalf, asking for your life to be steered toward goodness and fulfillment. You might have faced situations where you felt abandoned or betrayed. Perhaps someone you trusted turned away, or circumstances took an unexpected turn. But even in those moments, the promise remains active. It is not dependent on human action, it is spiritual and eternal. The one who spoke to God for you understood that life can be harsh, but their faith in your journey is stronger than any obstacle you face. My beloved child, these moments of challenge are not meant to break you, they are meant to shape you, to prepare you for the blessings that are already on their way. Sometimes, the signs of this promise will be so subtle that you might miss them if you are not paying attention. A quiet sense of peace when chaos surrounds you, an unexplainable feeling of assurance during difficult conversations, or a sudden clarity in decision-making, these are all whispers of divine intervention. They are gentle reminders that you are being watched over, protected, and guided. The universe, in alignment with the promise made, is setting the stage for your success and safety. It is also important to understand that this promise is not only about protection. It is about empowerment. It is about giving you the strength to face challenges head-on, the courage to make difficult decisions, and the wisdom to recognize opportunities. My beloved child, the promise spoken for you is like a seed of divine energy planted in your life. It will grow as you nurture it with faith, gratitude, and conscious action. You are a co-creator in this process, and every choice you make has the power to amplify the blessings set in motion. You may feel lonely at times, as though no one sees your struggles or understands your dreams. But the promise made on your behalf is a constant reminder that you are seen and valued in ways that transcend human perception. There are forces, unseen yet powerful, working tirelessly to align circumstances in your favor. There is a spiritual network of protection surrounding you, born from faith, sincerity, and love. My beloved child, the presence of this promise is a shield, but it also serves as a compass, pointing you toward your highest good. In addition to protection and guidance, this promise carries the potential for healing. It can mend emotional wounds, provide clarity in moments of confusion, and offer comfort during times of sorrow. Life has a way of testing our hearts, pushing us to the limits of patience and endurance. But the divine promise acts like a soothing balm, reminding you that you are never truly alone and that support is always available, even when it is not visible to the naked eye. It is natural to have doubts and questions. You may wonder why certain situations unfold the way they do or why some people seem distant. My beloved child, know that these doubts do not diminish the power of the promise. In fact, they are opportunities to strengthen your faith and resilience. When you embrace the knowledge that someone has spoken on your behalf to God, you cultivate an inner strength that is unshakable. You learn to trust the process, to rely on divine timing, and to see obstacles as opportunities for growth. Pay attention to the signs that appear in your daily life. They may be subtle, a message that resonates deeply, a random encounter that feels meaningful, or a moment of insight that changes your perspective. These are the fingerprints of the promise, evidence that someone is actively advocating for you in ways you cannot see but can feel. My beloved child, do not dismiss these moments. They are confirmations that you are being guided, protected, and prepared for the blessings that await you. The promise made is also a reminder of the power of love and compassion. The person who spoke to God for you did so without expectation of reward. They acted out of genuine concern and care, motivated by the recognition of your worth and potential. My beloved child, such selfless acts are rare and precious. They remind you that the world is not solely governed by selfishness or indifference. There are hearts willing to advocate for goodness, hope, and protection. In the coming days, you may encounter opportunities that seem too perfect to be true. You may meet people whose intentions align with your highest good, or you may receive guidance that leads you to make transformative decisions. These are manifestations of the promise in action. They are the universe's way of saying that your life is being held in care, that your journey is being guided by forces beyond your comprehension. My beloved child, remain open to these blessings, for they are part of the fulfillment of that sacred pledge. Sometimes, the promise will manifest through personal growth. You will notice an increase in patience, understanding, and resilience. You may find yourself making choices with greater clarity, handling challenges with more grace, or finding solutions that once seemed impossible. These are not coincidences, they are the spiritual effects of someone advocating for you, ensuring that you are equipped to handle whatever life presents. It is also essential to recognize the role of faith in this process. Faith is not passive, it is active participation in the unfolding of divine will. When you trust that someone has made a promise on your behalf, you align yourself with the spiritual forces working in your favor. You open your heart to receive guidance, protection, and blessings. You become a co-creator in the realization of that promise, and every step you take in faith strengthens the bond between your life and divine support. My beloved child, there will be moments when life seems unfair or when circumstances test your patience. During these times, remember the promise. Recall that someone has spoken to God for your well-being, that unseen forces are orchestrating events in your favor, and that you are never truly alone. These truths are not mere words. They are realities that carry power, influence, and protection over your path. In addition, this promise encourages you to recognize your own worth and potential. Sometimes, we undervalue ourselves, doubting our abilities and questioning our place in the world. But the fact that someone has advocated for you in the divine realm is proof that your life matters. It is a reminder that your journey has purpose, that your experiences have meaning, and that your presence impacts others in ways you may not fully realize. You may notice that the promise works through timing. Certain blessings will not appear immediately, they require patience, trust, and alignment with divine order. My beloved child, do not become discouraged if things do not unfold as quickly as you hope. The promise is working, even when it seems quiet or invisible. Divine timing is always perfect, and the moments of fulfillment will arrive when they are meant to, bringing with them the precise blessings needed for your growth, protection, and happiness. As you move forward, carry the knowledge of this promise in your heart. Let it serve as a source of courage, hope, and reassurance. When fear threatens to take hold, remind yourself that someone is speaking to God for you. When doubt clouds your mind, remember that you are supported by unseen forces, orchestrated by sincere devotion and love. And when opportunities arise, embrace them fully, knowing that they are part of the divine plan set in motion by that promise. My beloved child, life will continue to test your patience, challenge your strength, and shape your character. But through it all, the promise remains steadfast. It is a beacon of light in darkness, a source of strength in weakness, and a reminder that love, faith, and devotion transcend human understanding. Those who have made this promise believe in your journey, your potential, and your ultimate success. Their advocacy is a powerful gift, one that carries divine weight and cannot be undone. Therefore, remain vigilant and mindful. Recognize the signs, embrace the guidance, and trust the process. The promise is a living force in your life, quietly but powerfully influencing your path. It will protect you from harm, guide you toward growth, and open doors that align with your highest purpose. My beloved child, every step you take in faith strengthens this promise, allowing it to manifest in ways beyond imagination. Do not forget to express gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful amplifier of divine energy. Thank God for the promise, thank the person who spoke it on your behalf, and acknowledge the unseen forces working tirelessly in your favor. My beloved child, gratitude creates a positive flow of energy that attracts blessings, reinforces protection, and strengthens your connection to divine guidance. In moments of doubt or fear, speak aloud or silently to God. Remind yourself that someone has made a promise for your protection, growth, and success. Feel the warmth of that promise surrounding you, comforting you, and guiding you. My beloved child, this connection is sacred, and it holds immense power. It is a source of hope, resilience, and divine support that will remain with you through every season of life. Finally, embrace your journey with courage and faith. Understand that challenges are opportunities for growth, that obstacles are steps toward fulfillment, and that, my beloved child, walk forward knowing that you are not alone, that your life is significant, and that you are cherished in ways beyond human comprehension. My beloved child, as you continue your journey, it is vital to understand that the promise made on your behalf is not passive. It does not wait silently, it works actively, even when you are unaware. The forces at play, guided by someone's heartfelt plea to God, are constantly shaping circumstances around you. Doors will open, situations will shift, and people will appear exactly when needed. Sometimes, it may seem too subtle to notice, but rest assured, it is happening. The promise is like an invisible hand, guiding, protecting, and uplifting you in ways that will become more apparent as time passes. You may encounter moments when challenges seem overwhelming, when life tests your patience, strength, and resilience. In those times, remember that this promise was made to shield you, to empower you, and to remind you that you are never truly alone. My beloved child, hardships are not signs of abandonment, they are opportunities for growth, preparation, and alignment with the blessings that have been set in motion for you. Every struggle you face is softened by the unseen support that surrounds you. It is natural to question why certain events unfold as they do, or why some people disappoint you. But do not allow doubt to cloud your heart. The promise made to God on your behalf transcends human limitations. It is spiritual, divine, and eternal. My beloved child, the one who made this promise understands that life can be unpredictable, and yet they chose to entrust your well-being to God. That faith and love will manifest as protection, guidance, and favor in your life, even when it is invisible to the naked eye. Sometimes, the manifestations of this promise will appear in the form of unexpected opportunities. A conversation that seems ordinary may carry life-changing advice. A chance encounter may lead to growth, healing, or success. A problem that feels insurmountable may resolve with ease, as if by divine orchestration. My beloved child, these occurrences are not coincidences, they are proof of someone advocating for you in the spiritual realm. Pay attention to the signs, for they are confirmations that the promise is actively working in your favor. You may also notice that your intuition becomes sharper, your clarity stronger, and your resilience greater. This is part of the promise's influence. My beloved child, the spiritual world works subtly, guiding you to make decisions aligned with your highest good. Your instincts, thoughts, and even dreams may carry messages intended to lead you toward protection, growth, and blessings. Trust these nudges, for they are the fingerprints of the promise manifesting in your life. The person who made this promise did so without expectation of recognition or reward. They acted purely out of love, concern, and faith in your potential. My beloved child, such selfless acts are rare, and their power is immense. It is a reminder that even when the human world disappoints you, the spiritual realm is actively invested in your success, protection, and happiness. There are forces working tirelessly on your behalf, ensuring that your journey unfolds in alignment with divine will. In times of fear, uncertainty, or despair, draw strength from this knowledge. Remember that someone has spoken to God on your behalf, asking for guidance, protection, and blessings in your life. My beloved child, you are surrounded by unseen support, and this promise is a tangible source of that support. It acts as a shield, a compass, and a source of encouragement, ensuring that you navigate challenges with faith, courage, and clarity. It is also essential to embrace gratitude. Gratitude amplifies the power of the promise, strengthening its influence and opening doors for greater blessings. Take time to acknowledge the presence of divine guidance in your life. Thank God for the promise, and feel appreciation for the person who spoke on your behalf. My beloved child, gratitude is more than a feeling. It is a spiritual practice that deepens your connection to the forces actively working for your good. As your journey unfolds, you will notice subtle shifts in your circumstances. Challenges will resolve more easily. People will arrive in your life who offer support, clarity, and guidance. Opportunities that once seemed distant will appear at the perfect moment. My beloved child, these are not random events. They are direct results of the promise made to God for your well-being. Observe them, appreciate them, and trust that each moment is a step toward fulfillment, protection, and divine alignment. It is also crucial to recognize that this promise encourages self-belief and empowerment. The advocacy on your behalf is not meant to replace your strength, it is meant to enhance it. My beloved child, you are a co-creator in this process. Every act of faith, every choice made with integrity, and every step taken with courage strengthens the promise. Your actions, combined with the unseen support, amplify the blessings and protection that have been set in motion. Do not be discouraged by setbacks. Life is a series of lessons, tests, and opportunities for growth. The promise is not a guarantee of a life without challenges, rather, it ensures that you are guided, supported, and protected as you face them. My beloved child, even when events seem difficult or outcomes uncertain, the promise works in ways beyond human comprehension. Trust that your journey is being guided with precision, care, and love. You may also find that this promise influences your relationships, your decisions, and your environment. People who bring positive energy, guidance, and support may enter your life unexpectedly. Situations that once seemed complicated may become simple. Solutions may appear when you least expect them. My beloved child, these are all expressions of divine orchestration, inspired by the heartfelt advocacy of someone who cares deeply about you and has taken their concerns to God. Faith plays a central role in the fulfillment of this promise. Faith is not merely belief, it is active participation in the divine process. When you trust that someone has spoken on your behalf, you align yourself with the unseen forces working to guide and protect you. My beloved child, faith strengthens your connection to these forces, allowing the promise to manifest more fully in your life. Each step you take in trust, each act of courage, and each choice made with integrity fortifies the blessings and protection that surround you. As the promise unfolds, you will begin to recognize patterns of guidance. Situations that once seemed random will reveal meaning. Encounters that felt coincidental will show their purpose. Advice that seemed ordinary will carry divine insight. My beloved child, these are signs that the promise is active, working diligently to align your life with protection, growth, and fulfillment. It is also important to honor the selflessness of the one who made this promise. Their act is a reflection of love, faith, and devotion that transcends human expectation. My beloved child, such acts are rare, and they carry immense spiritual weight. They remind you that even when the world is unpredictable, the unseen realm is invested in your success, protection, and well-being. The advocacy on your behalf is a powerful gift, one that continues to shape your life in meaningful ways. In moments of doubt or fear, speak to God and acknowledge the promise. Feel the presence of divine protection surrounding you. My beloved child, when you are aware of this unseen support, your heart will find peace, your mind will find clarity, and your spirit will find courage. The promise is not just a spiritual concept, it is a living force, actively influencing your path and guiding you toward the fulfillment of your highest potential. Remember that the promise is a source of empowerment. It encourages you to embrace challenges with resilience, make decisions with confidence, and act with integrity. My beloved child, the unseen support provided by this promise does not remove responsibility, but it equips you with the strength, wisdom, and guidance necessary to navigate life successfully. Every choice you make, every act of faith, and every step forward reinforces the power of the promise and the blessings it brings. As your journey continues, expect moments of joy, clarity, and divine alignment. People will support you, opportunities will arise, and solutions will become evident. My beloved child, these are not coincidences, they are direct outcomes of the promise spoken on your behalf. Recognize them, embrace them, and move forward with gratitude, faith, and courage. In conclusion, my beloved child, you are surrounded by a sacred promise that has been made in your favor. Someone has spoken to God for your protection, guidance, and blessings. This promise works silently but powerfully, shaping your life, guiding your decisions, and strengthening your spirit. It is a gift of love, faith, and devotion that transcends human understanding. Carry this knowledge in your heart as a source of courage, hope, and reassurance. Trust that the unseen forces are working diligently for your highest good. Recognize the signs, embrace the guidance, and move forward with confidence. My beloved child, life may present challenges, but the promise remains steadfast, a beacon of light and protection in every situation. Walk forward knowing that you are valued, cherished, and supported in ways beyond human comprehension. Your journey is important, your life has meaning, and you are never truly alone. The promise made on your behalf is eternal, unwavering, and powerful. Embrace it, trust it, and let it guide you toward a life filled with blessings, protection, and fulfillment. My beloved child, know this. Every step you take, every choice you make, and every act of faith strengthens the promise and aligns you with the divine plan. You are being guided, protected, and prepared for a future that reflects your highest potential. Trust the process, embrace the journey, and walk boldly into the blessings that await you. Your life is being held with care, love, and divine purpose. And this promise, spoken for you with sincerity and devotion, ensures that you are never alone, that you are always guided, and that your path will be illuminated with hope, protection, and divine blessings. My beloved child, now, as we reach the continuation of this sacred journey, I want you to understand one ultimate truth: the promise spoken to God on your behalf is not just about protection, guidance, or blessings, it is about transformation. It is about awakening a new awareness within your soul, allowing you to step fully into the life you were meant to live. My beloved child, every experience, every challenge, and every blessing is a stepping stone toward the greater version of yourself. There will be moments when you feel tired, drained, or even overwhelmed. Life has a way of testing the limits of our patience and resilience. But do not despair, for the promise made on your behalf is an invisible force of strength that lifts you when you cannot lift yourself. It breathes courage into your heart and resilience into your spirit, reminding you that you are never alone. My beloved child, when fear tries to dominate, remember that divine support surrounds you like an unbreakable shield, and this promise acts as a beacon in the darkest times. You may begin to notice a shift in your perception of life. People, situations, and opportunities that once seemed confusing or challenging will start to make sense. My beloved child, this is the power of the promise. It works quietly, subtly, but with unwavering precision, guiding your journey step by step. Every decision you make, every act of faith, and every moment of courage strengthens this divine force, aligning your path with clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. Do not be afraid to embrace change. Transformation is the natural flow of life, and it is deeply connected to the promise made for you. Sometimes, growth comes through letting go, releasing situations, people, or beliefs that no longer serve your highest good. My beloved child, trust that as you release the old, you make space for blessings, guidance, and protection to enter your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. The promise works in perfect timing, orchestrating events that align with your spiritual growth and ultimate purpose. It is also vital to understand that this promise empowers you to step into your purpose with confidence. There is a unique mission woven into your life, a calling that only you can fulfill. My beloved child, the advocacy on your behalf is ensuring that you have the clarity, courage, and resources to walk this path. You are being equipped spiritually, emotionally, and mentally to embrace your destiny fully. Nothing in your journey is wasted. Every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is preparing you for the life you are meant to live. You may feel moments of doubt, wondering if you are truly capable or if the blessings will ever arrive. My beloved child, these moments are natural, but they are also opportunities to reaffirm your faith. Remember the promise. Recall that someone has spoken to God for your success, protection, and growth. Trust that the divine orchestration is precise and perfect, and that every challenge is a preparation for a greater victory. You are never alone, even when life feels heavy or uncertain. This promise also encourages patience. Life does not always unfold according to our timetable. My beloved child, the universe, guided by divine will, operates on a schedule that is beyond human comprehension. Trust in this timing. Blessings, guidance, and opportunities will appear exactly when they are needed. Every delay, every twist in your journey, serves a purpose, shaping you, preparing you, and ensuring that you are ready to receive the full measure of what has been promised. You may also notice a growing sense of inner strength. Challenges that once seemed impossible to face will now appear manageable. My beloved child, this is a direct effect of the promise. It fortifies your spirit, sharpens your intuition, and fills your heart with courage. Every moment you choose faith over fear, hope over doubt, and perseverance over surrender, you are activating the power of the promise in your life. You are stepping into your destiny with divine guidance supporting every move. The promise is also a call to recognize your inherent worth. My beloved child, you are a being of immense value and potential. The fact that someone has taken their concerns to God on your behalf is proof that your life is significant. Your journey matters. Your growth matters. Your success and happiness are worthy of protection, guidance, and blessings. Every act of love, kindness, and integrity you perform strengthens the spiritual alignment that this promise creates. As the promise continues to unfold, you will witness a series of divine confirmations in your life. Situations that seemed random will reveal meaning. Encounters that appeared coincidental will show purpose. Advice that once felt ordinary will carry profound guidance. My beloved child, these are the fingerprints of the promise in action, subtle yet powerful, shaping your life with precision, care, and love. It is also essential to recognize the role of gratitude in amplifying this promise. Gratitude is a spiritual force that strengthens your connection to divine support. My beloved child, when you express appreciation for the unseen guidance, for the promise made on your behalf, and for the blessings that are already present, you open your life to receive even more. Gratitude aligns your energy with abundance, protection, and divine favor, making the promise even more powerful in your journey. You are also being encouraged to step fully into your purpose without hesitation. My beloved child, the promise works alongside your efforts, your faith, and your actions. Every choice you make with integrity, every step taken with courage, and every decision made with love strengthens the spiritual framework supporting your life. This promise is not passive, it is a living force, actively influencing your journey and ensuring that your path aligns with your highest potential. Do not shy away from your dreams. The promise made for you is ensuring that you have the support to pursue your aspirations, overcome obstacles, and manifest the life you envision. My beloved child, the advocacy on your behalf has already set wheels in motion that will bring guidance, protection, and opportunities into your life. Trust that the divine orchestration is precise, purposeful, and perfectly timed. You may find that the promise also brings a sense of peace in your heart. When challenges arise or uncertainty clouds your mind, this peace will be your anchor. My beloved child, it is a reminder that you are protected, guided, and loved. It is a signal from the divine realm that the promise is active, working tirelessly to align your life with blessings, opportunities, and fulfillment. Furthermore, the promise strengthens your resilience. My beloved child, life may test you in ways you did not expect, but with the unseen support in place, you will find the courage to endure, adapt, and overcome. Each trial becomes a stepping stone, each challenge an opportunity, and each obstacle a catalyst for growth. The promise ensures that you are never navigating these trials alone. As you continue, you will notice your relationships, environment, and circumstances shifting for the better. People who align with your growth will enter your life. Opportunities that match your purpose will emerge. Challenges will resolve with guidance and clarity. My beloved child, these are manifestations of the promise, evidence that divine support is actively shaping your life in profound ways. It is also important to remember that this promise works best when coupled with action. My beloved child, faith without effort is incomplete. Step forward with courage, make choices with integrity, and pursue your goals with determination. The promise acts as a guide, a protector, and a source of strength, but your participation is essential in activating its full potential. In moments of reflection, take time to acknowledge the one who made this promise. Their selfless act of love and faith demonstrates the extraordinary power of intention and advocacy. My beloved child, their devotion is a reminder that even in a world that can feel indifferent, there are hearts willing to act selflessly for the well-being of others. This promise is a living testament to love, faith, and divine alignment. As the final part of this journey unfolds, know this: your life is sacred, your path is significant, and the promise made on your behalf is eternal. My beloved child, every challenge you face, every decision you make, and every act of faith strengthens the invisible support surrounding you. The promise ensures that you are guided, protected, and prepared for the life you were meant to live. Walk forward boldly. Embrace your journey fully. Trust in the timing of the universe, the guidance of the divine, and the advocacy of those who have spoken to God for your protection and success. My beloved child, the promise is active, powerful, and unwavering. It is a sacred gift that will continue to shape your life, empower your spirit, and lead you to fulfillment beyond imagination.